Hello everyone. I'm here to do the soulmate reading for Cancer season. We are looking at some major challenges, which is the Five of Swords and the Hangman for Cancer season. There's a lot of uptightness. I feel some unsteadiness, some fighting, trying to figure out how to channel the edges, channel the energies, fight the edges. There's a lot of fighting going on here. These swords are really, it's like you guys are picking fights for no apparent reason, and the energy for union energies being the Hangman, I can see why, because there's a lot of things that are still trying to come to light. And with you fighting each other, it's kind of pushing you away from where you truly need to be. The behind the scenes energy is the Page of Pentacles, and the foundation is the Knight of Pentacles. So you have a page and a knight right next to each other. There's some really feeling of trying to recapture something, but the fact is you can't recapture something when you're fighting each other all the time. So it's time to let loose and really focus on strategies. But I kind of get it though, because with this Five of Swords and this Hangman, there are challenges for Cancer season, which for other countries, other parts of the world, today is the first day of Cancer season. Whereas tomorrow in the States, in the Northern Hemisphere, it is the first day of Cancer season. And we are still in Mercury retrograde, which is coming out on Tuesday. Yay, finally. The thing though is, even though Mercury retrograde is going direct, it's also still going into post-shadow, which is going to take up at least the middle of July, which is still Cancer season. So there's a lot of circumstances still coming in. When it's in post-shadow, it's still healing. It's releasing all the lessons that you've learned with your partner. So I mean, there's a lot of things going on here that feels uncomfortable. Yeah, some of you may be challenging yourself a little bit too much when it comes to your relationships. And we have a new moon on July 10th, which is in Cancer. And that new moon in Cancer is really going to have some challenges, I feel. Cancer being a sensitive sign anyway, there's a lot of nurturing, a lot of emotional healing with Cancers. Very intuitive. It's an intuitive sign. So even though there's a lot of emotions, there's also a lot of strength and connections of healing. There's emotional wisdom in water signs, and Cancer is a water sign. Also, we have a full moon coming up on June 24th in the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn being an earth sign, it's going to be a little bit grounded versus water. So there's going to be some ability to at least calm the edges and not go into fighting. This is, by the way, very general. This is not going to resonate with very many people, and if it does, it will resonate in different ways. I do, however, offer client readings for soulmates, so I can look into the situations that you're going through in your own personal relationship energies. So take what resonates, okay? And just remember that everything is energy. So even though this Cancer season is about emotional healing, that does not necessarily mean the whole month of June and July Cancer energy is going to have issues, okay? Because it's very, I always say that it's about shifting. So even energies that you may be going through at the moment, especially with Cancer season, there's still abilities to be able to work through strategies, especially with this Page of Pentacles Page of Pentacles is a very auspicious energy. It's a very auspicious card. It shows that there's progress coming in. It shows the ability to work together, the ability to bring in more connections of healing. And there is some questions in her mind, of course. So that's the behind the scenes energy. Let's start with this Five of Swords though, because I really have a really bad pain in my sacral. It's like an emotional pain. So some of you are going through some challenges at the moment, and it's in the sacral chakra. It also feels like there's solar plexus chakra energies too, which may feel emotional, and also there's the confidence energy that's in the solar plexus is very not, well, the Five of Swords, of course, because there's going to be challenges for Cancer. I'm feeling like the first 3 or 4 weeks in June, in the June Cancer energy, we have about a week or two left of June. But with Cancer energy, I'm saying anyway, leading into July Cancer, you're going to be going through some feeling of where do we go and how do we work through this. So there's fighting, could be arguments, it could be trying to figure out how to work together, but you both are like cat and mice, you know, you're having issues you're over analyzing situations, so because you're over analyzing something, this is going to cause triggers, and some of you may want to talk, your partner may not want to talk. So I feel like there's a lot of stuck energy. I'm looking at the dragons here. So there is the ability to have some closure because there's positive energy shifting here. There's no fire coming out of their mouths, but I'm hearing challenging times are really going to start to come to endings, but at the beginning of Cancer season, last few weeks of June, middle of July, you might start to see some changes starting to permeate and bring some harmony in, but there's fighting. And this is for new and existed relationships. I feel like a lot of this Mercury retrograde energy has really fought. It's caused a lot of stagnancy. So you've got, some of you may be fighting that stagnancy. Others of you may be fighting each other with just disagreements or arguments, or wanting to, like I said before at the beginning, some of you may want to see each other, the others of you may be like, get out of my face. It's just this very jagged edge type of heavy fire energy that's just like wanting to intervene. And this is a Five of Swords. It's very heavy, airy energy, so that's a lot of need to contemplate, go to the side. Some of you may not hear from your partner. For those of you that are new in relationships, or you're going through like maybe a separation, there might be some moments during Cancer season you may not be talking to your partner. While others of you, there's emotions that are starting to come to the circle. It's like a hurdle. It feels like towards the end of July, you'll feel more balance coming in. But right now, the beginning of Cancer to middle of Cancer season, expect there to be some kind of arguments or what have you, okay? And the union energy is the Hanged Man. There's a lot of indecision coming in, so you really need to balance your feelings. And I feel for those of you who are in new relationships, you need to combat your emotions. Whenever I think of the Hanged Man, I always think of hanging down and not thinking about anything but clearing your energy. So you really need to clear your energy. You really need to focus on staying positive. For those of you in existed relationships, I feel like you guys are both valuing each other. I feel more love coming in, even though there's a Five of Swords fight. Those of you in existed relationships, the Hangman is helping to bring some relaxation in, some contemplation, some thinking. So there's going to be a moment of time where you just need to let things shift and flow. Everything is all about the ebb and flow of life. If there's an argument or miscommunication, there's going to be a moment of time where you just need to step back and let things fall into place. And that's what the Hangman is all about, letting things fall into place. Some of you it feels like there's like a sacrificial energy, such as sacrificing your feelings to help the other connect with your connection. So there might be some of you that just need to step back and let your partner go through the feelings. Sacrifice your feelings just so that your partner can fall into the connection that they need to with you. That's all I'm feeling with this Hangman, with this Five of Swords. So it's going to shift, but it's going to shift slowly. I feel for some of you, especially new relationships, even you've learned a lot of lessons, especially with Mercury retrograde. And now the Hangman is giving you something to show that there's more protection, there's more connections that are going to start to fall into place, but don't expect things to be perfect. You're going to need time to let things shift, because there's a lot of you that have shifted backwards with your partner, which Mercury retrograde, when Mercury is in retrograde, like any other planet, it does shift backwards, because you need to focus on things that are wrong so you can heal the situation. And that's what I'm feeling, especially since Mercury is going direct on the 22nd and it's going into post-shadow until July 7th. So after July 7th, I feel like the ships are going to start to relax a bit more, especially with this Page of Pentacles being the behind the scenes. It's a time of flow, a time of balance, and knowing that the things are starting to fall into place. Now, for those of you who may be going through a separation does not necessarily mean that you are time aparting it. It could be separation with communication, or it could be separation with just boundaries. I don't feel like there's a cross. I feel like there's not exactly chaos, but I feel like there's more balance coming in, if that makes sense to some of you. Separation of energies, that you could be living with each other but being quiet at the same time. I'm just finding that this Page of Pentacles is bringing a lot more balance and a lot more happiness and harmony. So there's a progression coming in. You just need to let things fall into place. And this is for new and existed relationships and behind the scenes. The Five of Swords with the Page of Pentacles, there is going to be like some words being said, but at the same time I also feel like there's emotional healing coming in with this Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So even though there's some kind of fight here between the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, I also feel like there's some calm, nurturing energy coming in. With the Hangman and the Page of Pentacles, I'm hearing time after time. And I feel like the time after time is also like kind of like a completion that's finally finding the steps to move forward. This is not a heavy, towards the end of Cancer season, which is July 22nd, I feel like there's going to be some kind of healing, some kind of feeling more connected. So I mean, throughout Cancer season, your date nights or your hanging out with your partner, for those of you who are new existed, communication wise through phone calls or texts or what have you, give it time. Don't try to force it, because the Hangman with the Page of Pentacles, there's something trying to come through to work together to establish some kind of like middle ground. So there is going to try to be some harmony. And I don't mean try as in force. I mean try as in universe bringing in some positive, and it's trying to connect with your power. It's doable. And I feel like your hearts are mending, and that's for new and existing relationships. So it's all about time, it's all about space, it's all about ebb, it's all about flow. It's all about, even though there's a lot of fighting going on, you still work with each other, you still communicate with each other. I feel, especially after July 7th, the communication is going to be stronger because Mercury is going back to its planet. So there's a lot of you that need to just chill. Don't try to fight your partner, because the more you fight your partner, he's going to fight you back. He or she will fight you back. And then it's going to lead into double the issue, and it's really totally not worth it. The foundation card is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very strong, where the Page of Pentacles is about progression and is auspicious, because Page of Pentacles is bringing that strong, positive, auspicious energy. The Knight of Pentacles is more relaxed. It's about looking within, it's about listening, it's about building, it's about strengthening, it's about bringing in insights together, working together, communicating together. So the communication feels like it's a lot smoother, and this is the foundation card. So there is foundation throughout. The Five of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles, there's a real strong connection with let's work through this, let's not fight. Because, as I said at the beginning, there's going to be something with that. This Knight of Pentacles is trying to work through the situation, and with the Hanged Man, with the Knight of Pentacles, that's definitely going to give you time to really focus on things that really are the key issues to healing your situation. And with this Page of Pentacles, with the Knight of Pentacles, there's that auspicious energy working to communicate and bring more harmony. Okay, so there is a lot of strengthening here, even though the energy feels like it's a bit uptight, especially with the Five of Swords and the Hangman. There's working together, workmanship, teammates, connection, not fighting each other. You and your partner are connected, whether it's a karmic issue that you're working through, whether it's a past life issue that you're going through, whether it's just a little bit of aggravation here, a little bit of fight here. It's the Knight of Pentacles is here to say, you got to chill and let's work through this. There's a lot of deep connections of love here. I can tell by the look on this deer's face. He's just in thought mode right now. So that's where the energies are going to be, in thought mode, working on strategies to build more strength, more trust. Trust is a big thing, especially with the Five of Swords and the Hangman. Trust is a big thing, and you need to let things fall into place and let it flow, and don't try to fight it, because the more you fight it, the more you're going to bring in more havoc, and it's not worth it. Okay, so for those of you who are new to my YouTube channel, stop press that bell so that way you can get automatic notification when I post and upload my video readings. Also, for those of you who need to book your own private reading, because every relationship union is going to be different, go ahead and DM me on Instagram or Facebook, or if you don't follow me on either one of them, you can email me at angelswhisper1122@gmail.com. And I also would appreciate it if you would like my video to give me support. Share and also leave comments under the video, because I like to hear what everyone has to say. Have a wonderful Cancer season, and do not let things fight you, because it's not worth it. Namaste.